You want to start a business. You want the freedom that comes with a business, and you want the bag that comes with owning a successful business. However, you can't seem to formulate a profitable business idea. This video is for you. Or maybe you tried starting other businesses in the past and they all fell flat because nobody wanted what you had to sell. This video is for you too. Today, I am going to be sharing 5 practical steps that you can take to ensure that you create a profitable business idea. Stay tuned. Hey Hustle Babes, I am Chanel the Brand Hustler, and this is a channel for all of my hustle babes who are interested in gaining insight on the entrepreneur journey while learning essential marketing and business tips for their brand. Now hit the subscribe button and join the Hustle Babe community if that sounds like you. Now my setup looks a little bit different because I am actually in the Dominican Republic right now, and you're probably wondering, girl, why do you have this long sleeve little situation going on? It's because I'm headed to the airport, but I had to stop and drop these gems before I left this beautiful country. So if you are excited about the 5 steps that I am going to share with you, if you are excited about building an idea that will actually generate income now and many years to come, then grab your notebooks because we are getting into some things. I got my iPad, so you know it's about to go down. Let's hop right into it. The first step to creating a profitable business idea is you have to have the right mindset. You have to have the right mindset because you need to first get over the hump of fear. You can't launch anything if you are borderline being scared and borderline wanting success. So make sure that you tap into the mindset of you can and you will, right? And so this is something that I talk to my clients and my students within the Ultimate Launch course about, because it can be very difficult to push through, especially when you are among the first in your family to do this thing called entrepreneurship. So please make sure that you tap into that abundant mindset. Keep pushing yourself, telling yourself affirmations, praying on the daily, and really just tap into an abundant mindset, because along the journey, there are going to be humps that come up, and you want to make sure that you have the mentality, that you have the bandwidth, that you have the energy, that you just have the courage to keep going. So that is step number 1. If you don't have the right mindset, you will never own a profitable business. Point blank, period. Step number 2 is you want to tap into the right industry. Now, this is a mistake that a lot of people make. They just come up with the idea of a product based off of what they see other people doing. That is the biggest way to flop when it comes to owning a brand and running a business. You need to make sure that you're tapping into an industry that you have a high interest level in, or you have a high skill set or set of experience in, right? And so with products, it can seem as if you can be completely disconnected from the product and still sell it. But in reality, you still need to have a certain level of knowledge, a certain level of experience, a certain skill set to be able to put your all into that product, but also so that you know enough so that you can position the product in a way that makes it desirable. So for example, I know absolutely nothing about hair. I can't take care of hair for real. I can't style hair. I don't care to learn about it. I have no interest in it. Neither do I have the skill set. Therefore, I will never launch a hair product because it doesn't make sense for me. I don't care that it's a billion-dollar industry. Hair products won't make sense for me because I will never have the drive to actually learn more about it or to build a skill set around it. Whereas you may love doing hair. You may naturally know how to do hair, or you naturally know how to care for hair. And so it's going to be easier for you to learn certain things, to maybe gain certain certifications, or just to be interested, period, in developing a hair product. Does that make sense? So make sure that you are tapping into the right industry. Now, step number 3, once you have found the right industry, is you want to find the problem. We got the industry. We know that, let's say it's here. Now let's find the problem within that industry that we want to solve. A problem can either be firsthand, secondhand, or thirdhand. Firsthand meaning that it's an experience that you have actually gone through, right? So a firsthand hair problem can look like your actual edges are balding. You're experiencing that yourself and you want to find the solution to that. A secondhand experience may be that your mom is experiencing balding edges. It's a secondhand experience because that is your loved one. You're able to see it. You're able to kind of interpret how they feel based off of your connection with them. And then a third hand experience is, let's say that you do some research and you find out that women are suffering from balding edges. You don't necessarily know anyone personally, and neither are you going through this problem, but through your research or through you maybe running into a group of women, you end up finding out that this problem exists for other people that you aren't connected to. That would be a third hand experience. So you want to make sure that you take the industry that you are interested in or have a skill set in, and you assess it to see what issues you can pinpoint that you can then develop a product to solve. Step number 4, and possibly like the most important step, is you want to profit check your business idea. The way that I do this for all of my brands and for my clients' brands is I teach you how to do a problem and solution analysis. Now, you're watching this video, you're not my student, you're not my client, but I'm gonna tell you anyway, right? And so a problem and solution analysis is an equation that I have developed. It's basically where you have a desire, right? So as people, we naturally desire something. We naturally desire either to look a certain way in terms of our body, in terms of our skin, in terms of our hair, or to have a certain thing in terms of money in our pockets or a certain feeling. We desire certain things as humans. It is honestly unavoidable. Those desires then turn into problems, right? So if you desire to be, really slim and fit with a Coke bottle shape, you're going to notice that your love handles are going to annoy you, and that's going to develop into a problem for you, right? And then you're going to seek a solution to get rid of those love handles. That's pretty much what the problem and solution analysis looks like. It's the fact that desires turn into problems, and then in order for you to get from the problem to the solution, you need a product to add to your problem that will then equate to the solution. So that is how you profit check any business idea. Does your product fit perfectly into that equation? If you were to add your product to the problem at hand that you identified in the previous step, will it equate into a solution for your audience? In addition to that, you also want to define the pain points that your audience is experiencing as well, and how painful are those pain points, as well as what is the unique kind of edge that those pain points can help you develop. Like, what are the angles of those pain points, I should say? Are those pain points financial? Are those pain points time consuming? Are those pain points robbing them of a certain experience? Like, how painful are those pain points to your audience? And that is how you profit check an idea. So if we go off of the example of the balding edges, for example, a pain point of mine, if I was experiencing balding edges, may be that I don't want to go out and enjoy life because I am not confident in how I look. I'm not confident in my experience. So then I end up missing birthdays, weddings. I don't even want to celebrate my anniversary. I end up missing out on life moments because I don't want to be seen. That is a pain point, and that is actually super painful because in the end, let's say that, my loved ones, they're not going to be here forever. I'm going to regret not being able to be in the same space as them when I had the chance to do so. So it is a pain point. I hope that makes sense. And if any of this is confusing to you, please ask your questions down below. But if this is helping you, also let me know down below in the comment section as well. Now, let's get into step number 5. Step number 5 is you want to begin to develop your product idea. And this is where you want to start bringing in your brand, right? So when it comes to developing your idea, you really want to take the time to analyze the problem, the pain points, and develop your product's benefits, as well as develop what your brand's unique selling points are going to be. Doing this allows you to make a list for your manufacturer, your vendor, or even if you're the one creating these products yourself from hand, it helps you develop a set of guidelines that the products need to adhere to, so that way you know that you are confidently and aggressively solving the problem at hand from the previous step. So develop your idea, come up with your product benefits and features, come up with your brand's unique selling points, and then make a must-have list for the manufacturing of your product. So let's recap what the 5 steps were again. The first step was to develop the right mindset. Second, it was to tap into the right industry. Third was to find the problem within that industry. Fourth was to profit check the idea. And 5 was to develop the idea so that way you can build out a must-have list for your manufacturers, but most importantly, build out the unique selling points within your brand. I hope that these 5 steps were super helpful to you. I hope that listening to these 5 steps opens up your mind and provides a level of clarity that you didn't have before. When you follow these 5 steps to the T, it is almost guaranteed that you are going to create a profitable business idea in the process. Now, if you're someone where you're like, okay, I get it, but I still want your help, Chanel. Or, okay, I get it, but I just want to make sure that I do it right off rip. So I want to make sure that you hold my hand through the process. If you are thinking that right now, which honestly, if I was you, I would be thinking the same thing because baby, I want to get it right the first time around. So if you are like me and you know that you want the expert guidance to develop this idea, develop this brand the first time around correctly, then I invite you to my live event happening in Atlanta, Georgia, October 19th and the 20th. Tickets are not on sale yet. However, I am only going to be selling 30 tickets total. This is going to be an intimate event in Atlanta, Georgia, where I am going to help you develop your ultimate product, your ultimate brand, and your ultimate life. Okay, so you are going to come in confused, not knowing what to develop, not knowing what product to sell, and you are going to leave from those 2 days confident that you have a 6-figure product and a 6-figure brand right in your pocket from everything that we worked on during the event. So if that's something that you definitely want to make sure that you are in the building for, then join the wait list. It is in my description box. I'm also going to pin it in the comments. Join the wait list because when tickets go on sale, you want to make sure that you grab your ticket, okay? Because there's only 30 slots and there's a percentage of those slots that are VIP. So it's really only like 20 slots or something like that, okay? If you're going to do general. If you're going to do VIP, it's going to add a 5-star dinner experience with yours truly and maybe some friends. So just make sure that you start saving your coin up for it. It's not super expensive, but it is highly valuable and it is a business investment nonetheless. Okay, so I'm going to leave the waitlist link in my description box as well as in the pinned comments. Whew. I just want y'all to know that I am sweating underneath this. Okay, there is sweat running down my leg right now. That is why I had to keep these shades on because baby, it is like 90 something degrees in Punta Cana and I sat here and recorded this video for y'all. So make sure that you give this video a thumbs up because I am cooking right now, literally melting to get you this information. So the least you could do is like this video and share it. Share it on your story on Instagram, share it with someone that you know it can help. Heck, share it with the person that you want to come to Atlanta with to this event, okay? Share it with them and tell them to watch it so that they can see what a little dose of it is going to be like, okay? If you are not subscribed to this channel yet, make sure that you hit the subscription button and hit the notification bell so that you are alerted every time that I upload. Follow me on Instagram at The Brand Hustler, as well as TikTok at The Brand Hustler as well. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Bye, hustle babes.